Hey, it's time for a Morris Mini Studio. Welcome back, my artists. Today we are going to be learning how to break value into shapes using high contrast photographs. So, before we get started, you are going to have to find an object or some objects that you're going to use for this project today. It can be anything that you are comfortable with trying to draw. You will also need a camera or your iPad or something to take the picture with, and you're going to need a light source. It could be like a lamp like this. It could be a lamp like what you have in your room or in your house. It could be the light coming from a window in a dark room. It could be the flashlight off your phone. Does not matter. You just need a light. Today I'm using a concrete cast of a face, and you can see that it's well lit right here. I'm not getting that high contrast look. So I'm going to now, instead of having my light hit this from above, I'm going to reduce my light source and have it hit from one side. You can see that by doing this, I've created very dark darks and very light lights. I can adjust the lamp and move it around to get different effects on that concrete cast. I can come up with different moods or different feels depending on the direction of the light. I can also change it depending on how close the light is or how far away it is. Of course, if I get too close, then it bleaches out the image, and I don't want that either. So I'm going to look for that right in-between level, the spot where I'm happy with the amount of light and dark, where I can see that the levels of gray have been reduced to about 5 levels. And there you have it. There's the image I'm going to use. I can turn that image black and white. And now comes the fun brain thinking part. I can't look at this like a face. I have to look at this like it's a series of shapes.
Miniature Morris moment. I can copy this. Sometimes when we make art, we overthink what we're doing. Everything we see is made up of shapes. We've been copying shapes our whole life. Even big shapes can be broken up into smaller ones. So remember, when you're having a hard time drawing something, break it into small shapes. Happy art making, everyone!
So what you're going to do is take your image and you can either print it out, or you can just kind of make a sketch from it, or you can use a program that's on your computer or on your iPad to draw a line around the darkest value. So I'm taking this darkest value, I'm labeling it as the number 5, and I'm just outlining the shape. I'm not worried about this looking like a face. Now I do the same thing, but this time with the lightest value, in which case I'm calling this a 1, and I'm making sure that it's the lightest value on there. And yeah, if you look closely, you can see that there's a little bit of a darker area at the bottom of that shape I designated as a 1. That's okay. Kind of take those values and tweak them one direction or the other. From here, designate what areas would be a 2, and then from there you designate what areas would be a 3 and then a 4. You're breaking the image into shapes, and then you're labeling what value number you're assigning to those shapes. You don't want to use more than 5. Now that I have my general shapes designated, you can see that my face is made up of those individual shapes that are created by those 5 value scales. Artists use value or sometimes color to break larger images, more complex images, into simple shapes to copy. This is called blocking in an image. Today, I've taught you how to block in an image by using high contrast and black and white filters to see basic shapes. We have a whole bunch of shapes here, but we've designated each one with a different value, and that's what you're going to do with your own photograph. For today's lesson, you need to find an object or some objects to work from. You need to put them into a dark space. You need to get yourself a light source and shine it onto those object or objects. You need to play around with adjusting the contrast by moving the light around. Take your picture, adjust digitally if needed, and break the image into 5 different values. Last, you need to break those 5 values into shapes. You can do this by tracing if you're able to print it, or you can do it digitally. My artists, I can't wait to see how you've blocked in your image by using the shape made by the high contrast value shapes. Until next time, remember, be kind to yourself, keep on making art. I'm Mr. Morris. Have a great day.